6, 7, 8. Welcome back to our channel, everybody. Thank you for coming. And today is the day that everyone's been waiting for. It is the day we talk about budget. We prepared something very special that will help kind of describe our whole budget process. Let's show the people, Corey.
Okay, so now we have finally set everything up. Corey has prepared like a little outline of...
Spend days on this.
Yeah, no, like a little outline for us for this video, for us to show you one example of how to use this kind of budget.
It's such a basic budget. It's just called zero-based budgeting.
Yeah.
Essentially, you just input all the money that you have, all the income that you're going to get. And the whole idea is to have every dollar allocated for. It's essentially what we're going to do. I have a link. It'll be in the description that you can just click on if you want to use this template. You can just make a copy of it on your Google Drive and
take it away.
The nice thing about these budgets,
like your zero-based
budgeting, is the fact of like ideally you want to be 1 month ahead. And we talk about like the kind of accounts that we have set up and the different accounts that you can do. But essentially you're going to have one bank account, and I usually use like a savings account for an example. Is you would have one account that you would name income. All your money goes into the income account.
All your deposits from like paychecks or everything, all money that goes into your bank goes into this one
account.
And that you label income.
Income, yeah. So you label this account income, all the money goes in there. It doesn't matter if it's a checking or savings account. Then what you're gonna do outside of that is create multiple accounts that every single month you're gonna have automatic transfers. So all your paychecks go into income, then on either the 31st of the month, right at the end, or the beginning of the month on the 1st, you have all your automatic transfers
sent out.
Go out. Basically, on the first, second, or third of the month, the only money that should be in your checkings account is whatever you need for rent, groceries, like super basic. It's just the basic needs. Everything else has already been spent, allocated, it's been sent off. So looking at like here's the screen, which is the super basic budget form. All you do here is you're going to put in the kind of income that you have, and then you're going to put in the expenses and savings. So let's just start with that. Let's take an example. What's an example amount that we should use?
Well, do we want to use an example of like a minimum wage kind of person living in Vancouver? Do we want to do that kind of example?
Sure, yeah, let's do that.
Great.
Okay, so, why don't we do it instead of that? Why don't we base it on when we first got married? You were, I think Kate was working at the mall.
Okay, so because I just graduated from fashion design school, and I was working at Kate Spade and Lululemon, retail.
Kate had 2 jobs, and I was at school, and then I was doing an internship. So what you would do here is you're going to enter in all your income. So we'll just say, Corey, how much did I make?
You made $2,000.
$2,000.
You made $2,000 a month.
I made $2,000 a month. Now, I'm going to keep in mind, this does not include taxes. Technically, whatever money you want to put in here should be the money that you receive after taxes. So it was $2,000, but because of the taxes, let's just put $1,750.
Sure.
I made $1,750. Kate made, how much did you make?
I made a very similar amount.
I think you made $1,750.
Basically, it fluctuated from $1,700 to $2,200.
Okay, $2,000.
Yeah.
$2,000. Okay, great. So I was doing $1,750. Kate was making $2,000. So combined income net after taxes in the bank every month was $3,750. Now, if you have any other money, like if you do buy and sell, which we do now, if you have little side hustles or anything that brings any income, you're going to enter it in here. Okay, next step. You are going to write down all the things that you spend your money on. This includes expenses, savings, investments, everything goes in here. So the first thing you're going to see here, it says remaining funds, it must be 0. So we have $3,750 that we have to spend every single month.
So our rent every month was $900.
$900. So we'll select expense. Look at that, I got some sexy formatting going on.
Amazing.
Nice. So we spend $900 every single month, and so a total of $10,800. Awesome.
Per year.
Utilities.
We didn't pay utilities.
We didn't pay utilities
because it was included.
Utility was included. Internet was included. Our phones.
We paid
maybe $80. Let's just say it was like $90 for 2 phones. So we spent $90 on phones, groceries. This is like mind-blowingly. I don't know how we did this. We spent $200. Looking back on what we spent on groceries, I have no idea how we survived.
We had a lot of noodles, like a lot of pasta.
I think it's just pasta.
Just like pasta all the time.
Every single day. Okay, so our rent. Now we were living in a basement. We were living in a basement suite. It was like, okay, this is not even a basement suite. You think like a basement suite is like high end in Vancouver? It was an illegal basement suite. Yeah, but people do this all the time, and basically. You have a house and you have a basement, and what they've done is they put a wall straight through the basement and they put 2 doors. So you're living in half of a basement. They were selling it as a 2-bedroom basement or renting it as a 2-bedroom basement suite. So when you walked in, the moment you open the door, it's just boom, there's the kitchen, like slash.
And it was like not even a full kitchen. There was no stove. There was a 1-burner hot pad.
And a hot pad.
And a microwave.
And this room
and a fridge.
And this room is your living room, kitchen, dining room, everything. And then you walk down that little itty bitty hallway. It's like big. It was like tiny little room you walk in. Then it's a hallway, bathroom, bedroom.
Yeah.
It's 2 bedrooms. These bedrooms were so tiny, we could barely fit a twin bed.
A double bed.
Double bed could barely fit in one of the rooms.
And we actually slept in a double bed. When you're married, how did we do this? This is why we were like, could you imagine just sleeping next to someone and you're like shoulder to shoulder for like
no, we didn't. That's why we didn't sleep. That's why we did crazy sleep routines. And we're like, okay, my life is miserable.
And we would like fight over the blankets all the time.
How do we not sleep? Because I hate sleeping. The whole like sleep experience of sleeping in a twin like this.
Our mattress was like the cheap IKEA ones.
Okay, we actually got to talk about budgeting. Stop talking about that. Okay, so. $900 on rent, $90 on their phones, $200 on groceries. Restaurants, I think it was $125. We spent $125 on the restaurants. We bussed and did the stuff.
We did
used
bus
the train,
so we spent $90 each every month.
So it's $200.
Yeah.
So $200 on transportation. And then our subscriptions at the time, we just had Spotify, I believe. So that would have been about $15 a month-ish. Oh, no, we shared the family plan. So that would have been $7. Let's just put $10.
Yeah.
But we had Netflix as well, so $20.
Okay.
So pharmacy, I think you bought a few supplements and some iron and stuff.
Yeah, I got like iron. So I was spending like
$20 a month, I think. So $20 a month was on that. One thing that we've done since we got married, and I think it's one of the best things you can actually budget for is an allowance. Because a lot of times
as a couple,
you talk to couples and no one has any idea how much the other person spends. And at the same time of like, you know, if Kate wants to buy something and then she goes and spends, let's say $1,000 buying something, but I don't really buy a whole lot of stuff. At a certain point, it's like, okay, Kate spent, $5,000 in the last couple months on whatever, and Corey spent $50. Yeah, it's not fair because it's like, well, where's the money coming from and all yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So what we've been doing since we got married is just doing allowances, and it started out really small. I think when we first got married, it was $50 a month.
Yeah.
And now it got up to one point of like $250 or something like that every single month. Yeah, it was $250.
Wow.
Even if you're not married, if you're just single, whatever.
Give yourself a set amount of spending money every single month. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just going to spend everything that's in there.
Well, the whole point of a budget is that every single month it's the same thing. You're not like, oh, okay, this month I need to buy shoes or this month I need to buy clothes. It's like, no, the money's already allocated, so have it. So, and this allowance, it really can encompass whatever you want. For us, at a certain point in time, we used the allowance was if we wanted any kind of clothes, we wanted to do personal shopping, that was all allowance.
And if you have like a specific subscription, like if he didn't want to watch Netflix but I did, it would technically not even go under subscriptions, and it would be like my allowance.
And doing the allowance, it really when you instead of it's like there's this big pool of money that you just take money from. When you do allowance, it really makes you think, do I actually want this or not? So. And once again, allowances, it's all automatic, but, so we'll do allowances, we'll do $200.
Yeah.
Back then, that's what it would have been. We would have done $100 each per month.
Yeah.
Miscellaneous, I
think was 100.
Yeah, it's about $100. I always like to budget miscellaneous in no matter what, just because
there's always little random things that come up.
Something happens, like maybe whatever reason you go over a little bit on your groceries, or family comes into town and you go out for dinner and maybe your restaurant gets tipped over. So we always have miscellaneous, which ranges between $100 to $150 a month. So total expenses was $1,855. All this is, it really is a place where it allows you to just narrow in what your expenses are and really see where your money's being spent. So let's go on the next thing. Okay, vacation. So vacation is savings. One time I went to Thailand. Yep. The whole trip, including airfare, we went for 3 weeks, was $3,000. So basically, well, I want to say if I want to go on one vacation every year, I'll save $250 a month. Christmas, this is also something people do not. I don't know why people don't have accounts.
This is an amazing tip.
Yeah.
This is how you do not go broke at Christmas.
Because same thing is like your budget. If you have a proper budget, it should be consistent every single month. You shouldn't be like if something happens, a birthday comes up or Christmas happens, and now
you're way less money that month.
Derailed because you don't have the money there. So Christmas, I always like to figure out, okay, how much money do we want to spend on Christmas?
Generally,
$75. Let's just say $75 a month.
That gives you $900 every single Christmas to spend on people.
Yeah. So vacation, $250. Christmas, we'll do $50. The thing is, you won't even feel like if you were only making $3,700 a month.
$50 a month, you don't even see this.
You don't even feel the 50. But if you had to go spend $600 on something for when Christmas comes, you're gonna feel that. Birthday gifts also it's out there. I mean, we'll do $50 for birthday. Emergency fund, super important. Generally you should have 3 to 6 months worth of emergency fund.
Yeah.
So
like $10,000 to $15,000 is probably a good goal to have.
We'll just say we want to do $100. Nah, do $200. How much do we have left? $200? So $250 for emergency fund gives us $3,000 a year. That's not as high. Let's see what else we can do here.
Yeah.
Short-term savings. We'll do savings and savings.
Just put them all at $250.
Okay, so let's see. Right now, if we're saving in this scenario, we're pulling in $3,750 after taxes. Mm-hmm. We are saving a total of $1,350 a month. 36% of our income is being saved.
Amazing.
It's not bad. So now, when you're going through this, you're gonna go and add everything else that you have. If you have, tax-free savings account in Canada, RRSPs, if you have 401ks in the States, whatever, you're gonna add all this stuff in the doc, and you're gonna mark everything as either a savings or an expense, and then you'll be able to see your totals, total expenses, total savings, your percentages, and then annual totals. So based on this budget, I'm going to be spending just over $22,000 a year just to live, but I'm going to be saving around $16,000, which is pretty good. Now, keep in mind, we still have $550
to put somewhere
left. So if I was sitting here saying, okay, you know what, we're not making a ton of money right now, but this allows us to go on a vacation every year. Maybe I'm going to say that's fine, but let's bump that up to $300 so we can a bit bigger of a vacation. Christmas, I don't know if I need to spend more, but let's just say $75 a month. So we'll have
a healthy Christmas.
We'll have $900. I mean, I have a big family, so that would
you'd at least be able to get everyone gifts.
So yeah, $75 for Christmas. Birthdays, I'm going to leave that. So what I would do in this situation, since I still have $470 left, I really would bump that up.
Yeah.
Like this way, emergency fund would be $500 every month, and I would put this probably in some kind of savings account just so it can grow a bit faster. Now we got to think about these short-term and long-term. I just have this. Long-term is probably something like stocks or a mutual fund or an index fund, which I'm not going to be touching. I'm going to bump that up to -30, and we're a little, we're around $30, so we'll have to probably bump that to $720. Look at this, we're now saving over 50% of our income.
Amazing.
All this is kind of a really basic system of how you should be looking to allocate your money every single month. So, and let's break down how this would actually work.
Yeah.
Can I draw this out somewhere? Do we have a paper?
Whiteboard?
So let's say your budget is, this person makes $3,750. That money is going to go into an account called income. So this is your main account. Your paycheck of $37.50 is going to go into here. Any other money that you make, it all goes into income. Everything goes in here. It's very simple. Then you're going to have another account, and this is your spending account, where every single month, one time a month, your money gets transferred, $37.50, because that's your budget. Your budget money gets sent automatically to your spending account. And then a couple days later, it's going to get sent into every other account, which is vacation. In this case, vacation, Christmas, then we have birthdays. Also, we have emergency fund, then we have short term and long term. In this boat right here, like when you're looking at this, you have 8 accounts. So I think most people generally are going to have you're going to have 1 or 2 accounts. You're going to have a savings account and a spending account. In this situation, you're going to go up to like 8. If you need to go up to 9, 10, 11, 12 different accounts or way more than that, go ahead. But you want to really split your money into different places. Remember, these are automatic transfers. Do not go in here manually every month and move this money around. This all needs to be set up. So the money then goes in. Vacation, we're going to send $300 into vacation. Christmas, we're going to spend $75 into Christmas. Birthdays, it's going to go $50 into birthdays. Emergency fund, we're sending $500 into emergency. Then coming down to short term, that's $250. Then long term, we're going to $750. On like the second or third of the month, you've already saved, in this case, $1,895 on the first or second of the month. And then you have $1,855 left in your spending account. So at the end of the month, you should have $0 in your bank account. To get to the point where you're doing this, you have to get to a point where you're 1 month ahead. So you're living this month on last month's income.
What if someone does have debt?
You should see your eyes right now looking at this screen like this.
Okay, but in the situation where someone does have a credit card debt,
it needs to be in here.
It needs to have its own account.
If you have debt, you need to pay that off. So, I mean, one of my favorites is, I like Dave Ramsey. I like his thing. So, you need to attack the debt. If you have huge debt, should you be actually going on a vacation? Put these things low, and if you have debt that especially has interest, like you need to do everything you can to pay that off. Mm-hmm. But I've talked to people who are making like $2,000, working at minimum wage, McDonald's, Walmart, whatever, who are making $2,000. You set this up. Even if you're only able to put $10 into a Christmas fund, you're able to put $25 for vacation. If that's how you're doing it, you're getting into a rhythm, you're getting into a habit, and you can up these things as time goes on. Basically, it's the same money every month is going to get sent over, and that's what you have to spend. And if your income rises, great. You're going to have all this surplus, and then you can start tweaking things. But having that system in place where those auto transfers are going out into your vacation, Christmas, whatever, you're going to be in such a good place that you don't ever, like since we've been married the last 5 years, we have never once had to think about money.
We've never had to think about money, and we've always lived within our means. There we go.
Hope people don't am I allowed to even say this stuff? Is this coming across as, don't sue me if this doesn't work.
Of course you're allowed to say this stuff.
Okay, cool.
This is our advice to you. This is how we've been living. Yeah. This is how we've been able to save a ton of money, and how we've been able to live within our means and never be in debt.
But when people are looking at us and they're like, oh yeah, Corey and Kate living within their means, you don't own anything.
Okay, but with that said,
if you want our life, follow what we're doing right now, right?
Gosh.
If you want nothing, if you want an empty house with a mat of contemplation over there, but yeah, if you want to live like us, then follow my. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. No, seriously, if this we have been doing this forever. I preach this to everyone I meet, and my brother, my sister, a lot of people I know also follow a similar budget. It's called the zero-based budget. Just Google it, and it's a great way to save your money. It doesn't matter if you're making barely anything or if you're making $1 million.
Anyways, try this out. Use our link in the description. Make a copy of it. Just plunk in your numbers.
Let us know. If you go ahead and do it, let us know. Send if you want to. I don't know.
What?
If you want us to look over or you want to send it to us, go ahead and we'll look over it.
Yeah.
I'd be curious. If you need any help with it, we'll help out.
Okay, thank you so much if you've watched all this way. Hopefully you've absorbed a lot of information.
Also, we have big plans. Big plans.
What's our big plans?
We're going to be getting some more furniture for right back here.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm flying out tomorrow. I'll be gone for about a week. Then I'll be back. Then we're going down to Seattle for a little bit, and
Couple days.
that'll be fun. And then when we get back, we're gonna build something right here.
Well, can we tell them what it is?
No, we gotta find out.
Well, okay. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure to give this a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. We loved hanging out with you, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Mwah.